All right, let's talk about a story that absolutely took over the internet. It was wild, it was kind of scary, and it had a lot of people asking questions. It's all about a supposed secret NASA mission called Project Anchor and the idea that our planet is about to have a gravity blackout. Yeah, you heard that right. Let's get into it.
I mean, think about it. Could the force that holds literally everything together just switch off? It sounds like something straight out of a blockbuster movie, doesn't it? But this very idea is at the core of a massive online hoax we're going to pull apart today.
So, first things first, let's look at the actual claim. We're going to unpack exactly what millions of people saw online and figure out why it caused such a huge stir. Before we dive into the hoax itself, it's worth remembering what's really at stake here. Gravity. It's not just some abstract concept. It's the cosmic glue holding our world together. It's the reason we have an atmosphere to breathe and oceans to swim in. Without it, life as we know it would just be impossible. Okay, so here it is. The heart of the story that just exploded, starting on TikTok. It's a simple, but honestly a pretty terrifying idea that in 2026, for 7 entire seconds, the whole planet is just going to lose all its gravity.
So what was it that made this story so believable to so many people? Well, like with any good hoax, the devil is in the details. Let's dig into how this story was built to seem so credible, all centered around this supposed secret government project.
You see, the first thing that makes a hoax feel real is being specific. The claim didn't just say this would happen soon. Nope. It gave an exact date, August 12th, 2026. That specificity makes it feel less like a random story and more like an official warning. And it wasn't some vague event either. It was a 7-second gravity blackout. That's a short, very specific time frame that sounds just technical enough to maybe be plausible, but it's also just long enough for you to imagine the absolute chaos. And this was the masterstroke of the whole thing, giving the secret plan a name, Project Anchor. It sounds exactly like something NASA would come up with, right? It's even kind of ironic, a project name to sound reassuring while describing something completely terrifying. And to top it all off, you gotta have a budget. Not just a huge number, but a really specific one, $89 billion. A number like that just adds this layer of bureaucratic reality to it, making it seem like a massive, well-funded, and therefore very real secret operation. Okay, so we've seen the story. It's detailed, it's specific, and it's definitely scary. But now it's time to pivot and hold this entire story up to the bright light of reality. And really, it all comes down to this. The original viral video, the one that kicked this whole thing off, offered zero proof. And when I say zero, I mean it. No documents, no links to scientific papers, no anonymous sources, nothing. Just the claim. And this just lays it out perfectly, doesn't it? It shows the massive gap between a good story and a factual report. On one side, you've got this dramatic tale of a secret NASA project with this huge budget. And on the other side, the reality is that the whole thing came from one TikTok video with absolutely no evidence and zero scientific backing. But, just because we've debunked the hoax doesn't mean we can't have a little fun with the science here. Because the claim, as fake as it is, actually brings up a really fascinating question. Let's turn this fiction into a little thought experiment. Let's just play along for a second. Forget the hoax. Let's just ask the scientific question. What would a 7-second gravity blackout actually look like? Well, the theoretical consequences are, let's just say, catastrophic. It would be absolute chaos. Instantly, everything not physically bolted to the planet, that means us, cars, the oceans, the very air we breathe, would just become weightless and start floating away, all while the Earth keeps spinning beneath us. Then, 7 seconds later, gravity would just snap back on. Everything would come crashing down, the oceans would fall back to Earth in unimaginable tsunamis, and the stress on the planet's crust could trigger earthquakes everywhere. It would be, without a doubt, an extinction-level event.